What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, today I'm going to show you guys how I beat Devil Boss Jin. Now, there is some problems going on with that game mode, which we will talk about today, and Netmarble has already addressed those issues. But the first thing that I want to mention, guys, is that we do have the KOF pass. Now, these are really good pass, but I am very, very disappointed to see that all they put at the end of this thing was, of getting one of these two characters, whether it's Alyssa or Huang, right? It would have been nice if they would have put them EX characters in here, Jin and the EX version of Huang. That would have been amazing. But instead, they just put these SS characters, which we can actually farm and level up on our own. It's good if you're trying to do the change-up kits for them, to get that extra memory, right? Especially if you can't finish the Devil Jin Boss Showdown. But it's just, it would have been so much better if they would have had, those EX characters in here. Even if it had been random, it would have been so much better instead of just having these two. It's good, but it's not great, guys, and it does kind of put a little sour taste in my mouth regarding this KOF pass. It might be a small thing, but it does annoy me a little bit that they did do that. It's still worth it in my opinion, because you're still going to get 4,000 rubies. You're still going to get these summons in here, although they're not guaranteed, but they are worth rubies, right? There's 1,800 rubies right here. There is 2,700 rubies right here, along with 4,000 rubies. 6,700 rubies all together. So, it's a good amount of rubies for about $55. Actually, a little bit more, because this is $50 for this. Yeah, it's about $55, somewhere around there. This is in Vietnamese currency, but it's around $55 or so. It's still worth it to me. You can use these things, these cards here as fodder if you really want to. But I am disappointed that, these two characters are the only ones that are available in this thing. That does kind of suck. I really wish they put an EX character in there. Now, let's get to talking about Boss Showdown Devil Jin. Now, guys, I've already beat it, although you wouldn't know that because it still shows that I haven't collected my rewards. So there's a bug that's going on in the game right now with Devil Boss Jin, and I'll bring it up for you guys right now, and it's this right here, okay? So, they've already addressed it, guys. They haven't addressed it yet. They haven't fixed it yet, but they are aware of the problems that's going on. The issue where abnormal status effect applied to Devil Boss Jin is removed. The removed status effect is still exposed, okay? It's a visual bug, so not a big deal. And then the issue where the camera work is unnatural after using EX Nina Williams Rage Art skill. This is something that I've heard complaints about from people in the Discord, and they are, going to be working on that and trying to fix it. So that's really awesome to see. And then also the issue where clear rewards, which is what is happening to me right now, and many of you, are not given normally in Boss Showdown. So yeah, they are going to fix it. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. Some of us have already cleared this thing. So they really need to get that cleared up as fast as possible so we can get all of the rewards that we want out of here. Now, let's talk about this game mode. This is a fantastic game mode. It's something that I hope they do in the future, because we can actually set penalties for ourselves, and the more penalties that we put in this game mode, the higher level we're going to be and the more rewards we're going to gain. And I hope to God that this becomes a permanent mainstay in the game. I hope we get other bosses like Jin, like Rugal, Geese, Ignis, like KOF bosses, Orochi, all these guys, Zero. That would be amazing if they did that and they actually alternated like our Immortal Boss dungeons. That would be so cool. But this is a fantastic game mode because it's not easy. And I can tell you guys right now, a big tip is if you're going to have certain card sets, they are just going to make certain characters OP. And guys, right now, so far, it is the Street Fighter characters that are just getting it done, especially Bison. Guys, whenever you turn up these restrictions, you're going to turn off the dot, right? So your Poison and Bleed and Starlight Darkness, all these dots are going to be pretty much nullified. They're going to be gone. So your explosions and all that crap aren't going to really be doing any damage at all. So you can't rely on that as far as doing damage. You have to rely on damage multipliers, characters that just have a lot of damage like Rugal, Bison, characters that aren't really using dot explosion for their damage. Even Akuma, guys, really isn't that great in this game mode. But this guy, Bison, is godly. He is godly. And I know a lot of Bison fans are probably thinking, really? Oh yeah. I have a friend that actually soloed this boss with Bison and not even using a card set that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. All right, I'll talk a little bit more about that, but let's talk a little bit more about these buffs. So, we got the decreased damage received by 90% for 13 seconds when a fighter uses their awakened skill. So, I mean, we're going to be losing a lot of damage using our awakened skill, but it is what it is. We got to get these points in order to get the maximum rewards out of this thing, right? Decrease fighter's HP by 7% every roll forward. This is something you have to be very, very careful of, so you can't roll forward. Now, you can guard in this game mode. You'll still take damage, and Jin will still build up his PG, but you can guard, guys. You can prevent from being stunned by guarding, so do keep that in mind. You don't want to be rolling around if you have this up because you will die almost instantly. And then fighters start with 80% reduced HP. I mean, I know you're losing a lot of HP at the start, but I mean, you got to get these buffs in order to get these maximum rewards. And then we got the fourth one here, fire controls fixed on semi-auto. Now, this is kind of an optional thing. I have it on 4, you know, just the one notch here. Well, my face is in the way, but just on the one notch. Because I can still control my fighter. You're not going to be rolling or anything or dodging. You're just going to be, you know, using your skills and guarding. That's really the things you're going to be doing the most in this game mode, guys. I mean, if you remove that guard effect, right, if you remove this guard, then yeah, you could absolutely be rolling around, which would be very beneficial because then you could roll and get out of the way of him stunning you. That stun he does it's crazy, man. Or the groggy effect, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. Then, you know, the increased boss movement speeds up. The store 50% of boss damage received as temporary damage if the boss lands an attack while there is temporary damage present. Recovers HP by 10% of the stored amount. So, yeah, I mean, he does. We are giving him a heal, but again, guys, you'll see that we can get it done with this team. And they're not going to be the only team, guys. The Tekken team will get it done also. But these are the restrictions that I put. Now, you can add this one here, this, you know, groggy crap. But I hate it. I don't like this at all because you're just sitting there like a lump on a log and Jin can just beat you up. Now, like I said, that solo that I talked about earlier that my friend did with Bison, complete solo with A7 Bison, he had this on. So he had to play it a few times, but he did end up getting through it without using it. And that's pretty much how my buffs are set up. That way you guys know. Now, when it comes to team, guys, I mean, obviously we are using the Street Fighter team. And this is the big tip I can give you guys. This card set is OP because of this 30% chance to charge 5 power slots upon landing an active skill. If that thing procs, guys, you can go into your 3PG immediately. And what that's going to do is it's going to prevent you, one, from getting stunned if you have the stun available for a Jin. And you're going to be able to afterwards go straight into your awakening skill and start pounding away, all right? You're going to be able to start getting it done because when you are using your 3PG, you are in an iframe. You're not going to be taking any damage at all during that time period. Now, the timer's still going to be running down as you're doing your 3PGs in this game mode, but you won't be taking any damage. And guys, if you go into that 3PG immediately, it will save you so much. You'll be able to do so much better in this game mode, guys. It's just, this set is OP. OP for Devil Jin. You guys can look at the rest of the build. You know, we got 5 stones on him. He's got max capsules. He's just A3, right? And he's not really the one that's going to be getting it done, in all honesty, guys. It's going to be Bison. Chun-Li, it doesn't matter, guys. Chun-Li, we're just going to do a little damage. I did have her 3PG equipped for the run you guys are going to see. We're just going to be doing a little damage with her, but she really isn't the one we're going to use. Just like I said earlier, guys, dot explosion isn't very good here because dots aren't really being applied to Jin. If there's no dots really being applied, then you're not really getting that explosion. So it doesn't really help you that much in this game mode. But this guy is awesome because, one, he teleports with his active skills. So whenever Jin's trying to stun you, Bison's like moving around all over the place. He's going from side to side, especially as you're using your awakened skills. So Jin doesn't know what to do. He can't really get a stun off on you, which is nice, my friends. That is sweet. And this set, again, guys, because of this effect, you go in your 3PG immediately, and then you can start spamming your skills afterwards, and you will do so well with Bison. Like I said, a friend of mine soloed this boss, got the level 30 requirement with A7 Bison using the Rush Dungeon set, right? Not even using this OP set, using the Rush Dungeon set. I tried doing it, but my Bison is A5, and he just wasn't doing quite enough damage, but I do believe at A7 he could, and like I said, my friend actually did it with an A7 Bison. Just absolutely murdered. And this is the Thousand Blow set. I said Rush Dungeon set. This is the set that really works really well in there because you would get this immunity, which really helps. I mean, the Street Fighters already have a built-in immunity in their core whenever they get down to 30% HP, which is another thing that helps. The immunity cores do work here. But having this set will give you another immunity on top of that. So it really aids in their survivability big time. But we're going to be using this set in the run that I'm going to show you guys. This guy, and you'll notice, guys, he'll just do more damage. It's not his dot that's doing the damage. It's just his attack. It's just his attack. His damage multiplier is built into his kit, right? Rugal could do the same thing, but Rugal has no form of survivability, and Rugal just sits right in front of Jin, and he can just die instantly, guys. He can just die instantly. So I'll bring up the run for you guys right now, all right, so you can check it out. Watch this, my friends. Here we go. So I'm just going to run through my skills, okay? Right? We go right into our 3PG because we have that card set. And booyah! Now we're just going to start spamming our skills. Okay? Bam. By the way, when you use your Awakened skill, you can actually avoid getting stunned as well if you time it right. And you see that Ryu really isn't doing that much damage. He is doing damage, but he's not doing really all that much. Right? But we are getting a little bit out of the way here. Now, it really sucks, having this semi-auto thing on because you can't, it's sometimes a little difficult to control your character, but it's not too bad on semi-auto. On full auto, it's retarded. It's ridiculous. Don't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. You can if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. You guys can, by the way, set the buffs up any way you want. This is just what worked out for me. Okay? I mean, you see, Rio got it done, guys. I mean, he went down to 59% HP on Jin, which is awesome. Now, Chun-Li, unfortunately, guys, I mean, she's going to get a little damage in. She can, get a little work in there. She does have the immunity core. She does have a shield, which does prevent from taking damage, which is nice. But, yeah, and now Jin's getting a heal, which is pretty damn annoying. Yeah, now watch this. So because we got that card set equipped to Bison, we're going to build up our 3PG immediately. We're going to go straight into that thing. This is the key to beating this guy. Did you see my HP? Right? Plus we get a heal on our 3PG with Bison's 3PG. But after we do this, guys, we're just going to start spamming him. Because, again, he teleports and he moves all over the place. Watch him. Jin can't do anything. He doesn't, he's just kind of going back and forth. And he doesn't know really what to do with this guy. He's just kind of like, man, what the hell? And guys, I mean, A5 Bison, right? I mean, if you be A7, I could do it even a little faster, right? We get another heal, and we are going to get it done, my friends. Check this out. And voila, my friends, voila. Not bad, right? This, I mean, guys, and I've tested a lot of characters so far, and this was the only team that seemed to really perform well, that seemed to be able to get it done in this game mode. I mean, seriously, I tried a lot of teams, guys, and maybe there's another team. I haven't tried every single composition in the game, but this is what's worked out for me so far. But guys, I wouldn't fret and I wouldn't worry. Let me tell you why. Well, I mean, you might worry, but it's because you're going to be getting this girl here for free. And this girl, guys, has some really insane things going on for her. The fact that she decreases damage received by 99% when her HP is 30% or higher, guys, she won't take any damage hardly at all on every other 5 seconds because of the 9-second cooldown, right? That is amazing. And if you have that Tekken set, right, where you can build up your PG immediately, she'll go into her 3PG immediately, guys. And you can do the same thing like what I've done with Bison and Cheeseball. She doesn't rely on dot, guys. She's a physical damage dealing character. So she's going to be doing a lot more damage. These Tekken characters were designed to get it done against this boss, and I guarantee you guys that if they make these bosses similar in the future, that they're going to be even more these Tekken characters are going to be even more relevant because of that, right? Because they'll have that extra physical damage. And if they put good rewards in the future bosses, I mean, these characters' value could even skyrocket even more. They don't use dot, they just use physical damage. So I think that Nina here is actually going to be very, very strong against this boss, guys. I really do. I think she's going to be absolutely nutty for him, and this is going to be a free character that I believe most players are going to be able to get to A3. But, I mean, you're probably more than likely going to want to get this card set because it has that same effect as the other ones, right? Where you get this chance to increase all five bars of your PG. So you can go into your 3 PG immediately, and then afterwards you can start spamming your skills. I mean, it's OP, guys. Like, it's OP. I mean, if you don't have those 2 previous sets that I showed you guys, the Fugitive set or the Comeback set, then this set for the Tekken characters is what's going to be, is what you're going to need to get it done. So hopefully you can get those change-up kits, or get that change-up kit out of the Devil Gen Boss Syndrome. So I'm going to be trying other teams, guys, to see what I can get it done. Let me know down in the comments, like, if you tried any other teams and if you were able to clear level 30 against Devil Gen Boss. But I love the game mode, guys. I think it is absolutely amazing, and I really think that it sets a really good precedence for what we could get in the future. So, guys, let me know how you're all doing against that boss, and I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT 7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.